I'm not sure about you, but the internet is not enjoyable for me right now. As a content creator who desires to make her passion, her content, a full-time sustainable business and income, being on the internet is just not fun for me right now. Yesterday, I had a complete and utter mental breakdown, and I do believe that social media and the internet had a part to play in the erosion of my mental health. Like, I can't blame everything on social media because I'm the one consuming it and I'm the one neglecting some of my self-care activities such as journaling and getting sunlight first thing in the morning and things of that nature. So the internet is not the only thing at fault, and this is not the first time that I've had an episode like this. Luckily, I have a partner who was there and who was listening to me and just letting me cry. It was a much needed release for sure. It sparked this conversation that I want to have, and if you can relate, listen through and let's see what happens. So first things first, whenever I open an app, I'm bombarded with the perfect lifestyle of a perfect lifestyle influencer, and it just makes it so much harder for me because that's the life that I want. This is what I want to do. I would like to be a content creator, but also a lifestyle influencer. And seeing that at some point was motivating to me. I was motivated by the thought that I could do it too. And now the motivation is turning more into envy. And it's making me depressed because all I'm seeing is perfect lives, perfect lifestyles. And I'm like, first of all, I had a resemblance of that a couple of years ago, and I was like on cloud nine. It was amazing. Like, I was creating the content, I was getting the views, connecting with the people, or maybe I wasn't really connecting with people. Maybe I was the problem and I was also perpetuating the depression in other people. Maybe other people would see my lifestyle and be like, oh my God, I want to do that too. And how did she do that? And stuff like that. Yeah. Now I'm on the other side of the coin. Now I'm having an ebb, basically, because life is ebbs and flows. So I had that lifestyle and it was a flow, I guess, like a peak. Now I'm in a valley. So seeing people at the peak is one, reminding me of when I was at the peak, and I'm like, oh my God, like, please, like, I need to get back there, please. Can anybody save me? And it's a lot. There's nothing that I want more than to make a sustainable income as a content creator, as an influencer. And this is something that I've wanted for years, and I have allowed different thoughts and programmings stop me from actually going for it. And a few years ago, I was like, okay, I'm going for it, and I went all in. It was successful for a while. I was happy for a while. And one of the main reasons was because someone else was funding my life. Like, I would get brand deals and partnerships, and they were actually sustainable. I would just put it away to savings and investing. And now I don't have someone funding my life. So I have to either tap into those reserves that I accumulated. If you do have somebody funding your life, highly recommend to invest your money and save your money. If I don't get to it, it'll be another time in this journey where I had to take a pause, take a break. And this time, I don't know if and when I'll be back. And I don't want that because, like I said, this is my passion. This is my joy. This is where I see my life going. And maybe I'm not actually as disciplined and regimented about it as I could be because, like I said, I compare myself. There's this woman who moved to Turkey, and she got like a big influx of views, and she had a video do really well of her moving to Turkey. She doubled down on it. She was like, okay, this was super successful. She started posting 2, 3, 4 times a week. And here I am. I had a couple of successful videos, and then I'm just like, do I actually want this? Because why didn't I double down? There was like a 2-week break where I hadn't posted anything, and it's like, comparison is of course the thief of joy, and I don't know, it's tough. Yeah, let's move to the next section. I took an Instagram break. So I took an Instagram break last year in September or August. I'm not exactly sure when. I just know that my birthday's in October, and I did not have Instagram for the entire month of October. I actually did not miss it, and I didn't really feel bad about it. I'm no longer subscribing to the idea that you have to have every single platform to be a content creator, to be successful. Because when you spread yourself so thin like that, it really waters down and dilutes the content that you actually want to make. And I actually want to make long form content. Like, this is where my heart is. It's always been here. And I've tried different avenues, things that I thought were easier, things that I thought would be faster and quicker, such as like a TikTok, which I love TikTok still. I still love making content on there. Instagram, I was that girl with her tripod on a busy road in front of pretty scenery and taking her pictures. Like, you can't tell me I didn't try. Like, you could look at my page and be like, oh yeah, that's an influencer. But the deals and the followers and the money was not adding up. And I wasn't working at the time. So yeah, so I logged into Instagram for the first time last month for a business opportunity. I left it activated for like a month or so. I didn't post anything. I didn't make an announcement that I'm back. I didn't post any stories. I didn't do anything. Like, I watched a couple of stories from a couple of people, and I also scrolled a few times. And was that the start of the deterioration of my mental health? I'm actually not sure. But my partner's sibling said something about my page, about the fact that my partner's not on there. It just reminded me why I got off of Instagram in the first place. It's just a lot of monitoring. It's a lot of checking what people are doing and thinking that you know somebody based on the pictures they post or the stories they post and stuff like that, and keeping up with their life, but only like the fun parts of their life on a day-to-day basis. All the people who just watch and judge, especially when it's like Instagram, which is like an old platform, and before it was what it is now, it was a place for people to hang out with their friends. Like, I had mostly friends on there, and then when I started my influencer journey, it became way less friends and more people who were following me for my content. I don't like to have people I know just watching me because I know that they're not my target audience. I know that they don't understand what I'm saying. I know that it's not for them. I was tired of being perceived for very little reward, like having people constantly watching you and judging you and all that, and like getting barely any reward for it. Like, what do you get? Like, especially on Instagram, like, what was I getting? Anyway, let's talk about doom scrolling and consuming more than you're creating. When someone consumes more food than they need, we call that gluttony. Food is like a tool. Food is something to give you energy, to keep you going through your day, to keep your body functioning. But when you have too much of it, there's a problem, because now you're taking something that's good for you, that's supposed to be giving you energy, and turning it into a weapon against your own body. When you have too much of it, now your body has to fight you to keep yourself alive. And that's what we call gluttony. But what do we call it when someone has their eyes glued to a screen all day, every waking moment, having their lives wasted away and not accomplishing anything towards their goals, toward their dream, toward their mission in life, toward their impact on the world, the reason they were sent here, the reason why they came on this earth? They're not doing anything to actually make that into a reality. They're just sitting there consuming content, consuming media. What do we call that? Does the word distracted have enough gravity and weight to help people understand that this lifestyle choice has grave consequences, similar to the consequences of gluttony? I guess the sin of sloth would be applicable here. If you wonder why your relationships in real life suck and you haven't hung out with a friend in over a month, and you wonder why you're not motivated to do anything, or you don't have the discipline to get things done, it's probably your phone. It's probably your screen that is sucking and zapping the energy away from you, because all the cheap dopamine that they're feeding you, that's making you believe that you've actually done something in life, that you've actually achieved something in life, and it's giving you those rushes of hormones, and actually you've got nothing done. Nothing's been checked off your to-do list for the day, for the week, for the month, for the quarter, for the year. Your life looks the same or worse. And that's the reality of over consuming social media. It's numbing you, it's anesthetizing you. Similar to over consuming food, it anesthetizes you. And this is a conversation we need to have more of. So in closing, check your relationship with your apps. How do you feel when you log off? What do you think when you log off? Do you even log off? Tell me one activity that if you do it all day, every day, it's going to be healthy for you. There's a point where it becomes detrimental to your health, where it becomes detrimental to your life. And you only get one of those. If you don't get it on track, what's the other option? Doom and gloom? Is that what you want? I'm talking to myself here, same as you. So yeah, think about, how do you feel after a scrolling session? What do you think about after a scrolling session? How do you feel about yourself? How do you feel about the world? Are you motivated? Do you feel charged up and ready to go and do something? Or do you just feel like, oh my God, I need to take a nap. I can't even get out of bed anymore. Like, how many bed rot days do you have in a month, in a week? If you scroll first thing in the morning and you realize, I don't feel good after scrolling, I feel worse, I feel sad, I feel lethargic, you take that negative feeling and emotion and it tints the rest of your day, and it becomes a lot harder to do anything that will move you toward a better feeling, something that will allow you to make progress towards your life, progress that will lead to lasting satisfaction, happiness is not really lasting, it's fleeting just like everything else, but lasting content. So just know these apps can contribute to your anxiety and depression that you feel throughout the day, or your hatred for your fellow man. And if that's what you're experiencing, it's time to put the phone down, walk outside. It's time to breathe in that good ass prana. I'm literally looking at the beach right now, and I kind of want to take you guys outside with me just so I could practice what I'm preaching. This video was a little bit more of a rant style, but I do hope that it helped you think about the relationship that you have with social media, with the internet, with your phone, with the news, and just consuming so much in general. If you feel like this, you are not alone. And what I'm doing is monitoring myself when I get on TikTok to not scroll, to just edit my video and go. So yeah, let me go outside. Let's go outside. Let's go breathe in that good ass prana like I told you, like I advised. If you haven't subscribed to my channel and you made it this far, I would love it if you subscribe, because look at how far you made it. Like, what are we even talking about? In the comments, if you have any advice on how to manage your relationship with your phone and manage your relationship with social media, things that you've done in the past that has helped you, please feel free to share them with everybody so that we can try to get better at this. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day and week, and I will see you next time. Later. I promised you I would take you to the beach, so let's go. It's really hard to open this. I'm not that strong. I wish my partner was here. Ooh, I haven't looked at her today. She's gorgeous. You want to see? I don't know what the wind is like and if you'll be able to hear me, but that beach right there, nature, getting outside is what will help you, not scrolling. So, talk soon.